Here's how to get your sales team to convert more leads into booked sales appointments that actually show up. If your leads are ghosting, it's not because they suck, it's because you stopped caring before they did. In sales, interest will either make or break your sales process. If you can't get a lead to care enough to take action, then they'll never close. The best salespeople know this. Your job is to keep your conviction high and then transfer your interest as conviction into the lead until the point that they actually take action. At the start of any deal, your interest as salesperson is going to be higher than your leads. You have to pull them up from their state of lukewarm, neutral, or low interest up towards high interest, high conviction to where they're actually willing to take action and close the deal. Think about it. When a salesperson gives up on a deal, here's what they usually will say: it was a bad or unqualified lead. The lead booked in, but never showed up. I got a reply from the lead, but they ghosted after my response. Or I simply just couldn't get a hold of them. These are all different excuses, but the exact same underlying issue. The lead ghosted, and then the salesperson gave up. What you can control is your action, your persistence, your follow up, your ability to continue to re engage with your lead and provide them with more value so they then continue to increase your interest. And so in this video, I'm going to give you 5 actionable principles that you can use to help convert more leads into booked sales appointments that actually show up. If you don't know me, my name is Isaac Wood. I'm a 2-time founder. Work with businesses to help them add 5 times more qualified pipeline. And over the last 5 years, I've worked with over 55 different clients. I've helped add multi 6 figures in revenue to my clients' businesses, and I've delivered thousands of leads and over 1,000 qualified and attended sales appointments, all generated with our systems. Now, here are a few client results. These specifically over Meta ad campaigns. This campaign generated $175 cost per qualified call in the finance niche. And these are a few Trustpilot reviews from my agency, 6 reviews, all 5 stars. So just to let you know like what we're doing in today's world. So here we go. Interest drives sales. Interest goes up and down all the time. People don't stay excited unless you keep them interested. Deals happen when you and the person you're talking about both really want it. Most leads start out curious. They're not ready to buy yet. They're just looking. Your job is to move them from curiosity to conviction and to get them to care as much as you do. Your confidence makes them more confident. And when you believe in what you're selling, they start to actually believe it too. And this is called conviction. And without conviction, deals never close. So every time you text, you call, you email, you send any sort of communication with your lead, you have a chance to build that belief a little bit more. And so your goal is to increase their interest level with every single interaction, every single touch, not just maintain it. And sales happen when your belief and your conviction becomes their belief. Every salesperson's action should be structured to move the lead closer to conviction and actually taking action. Now, here's the key difference. The average reps will mirror the lead's energy. If the lead sounds cold, they'll pull back. Great reps lead with energy. They set the tone, they keep the enthusiasm high, and they make it impossible for the lead not to care. And so when you keep your interest high through tone, through follow-ups, relevant contextual follow-ups, through speed, replying quickly, getting back to them, and high conviction, the lead starts to match your energy. And that's how that initial stage of curiosity and just like minor interest actually turns into action. Sales, at the end of the day, is human psychology. People will not just buy products. They don't just want services. They want to buy certainty of outcomes. They want to borrow your confidence before they spend any money. And so when your tone, your pacing, and your persistence show that you believe in 100% of what you're offering, they feel safe to actually agree with you and say yes. You're not convincing anybody. That's one of the big things that people do when they're first getting into sales. They think they have to convince the lead. You're really just transferring your belief in result. And that's why high interest salespeople will close more. That conviction is really contagious. And so, your goal as a salesperson should be every message, every call, every single touch point is going to move that lead one step closer to reaching that conviction level where they'll actually take action in you, in your solution, and in themselves actually taking the action and getting the result. Number two, sales reps set the tone of your company. Sales reps can make or break the entire business. They're not just there to book calls or to check boxes on a list. They're the first human your leads talk to, and that first impression shapes how people actually see your company. A good sales rep doesn't just schedule a call. They build trust, they'll ask smart questions, and they'll increase that lead's interest level with every follow up. Most people just think that a sales rep's job is to qualify and to schedule the call, but that's really only portion of it. So the actual job of a sales rep is to qualify leads. Don't mistake this with just disqualifying leads because they show a lower level of interest. You need to get more people to actually show up to their scheduled calls. You want to ask thoughtful questions to learn what matters most so you can personalize and add context to your messaging. You need to make sure that every conversation feels helpful, professional, and human from the start. So when an SDR reaches out, they should be focused on gathering information that can be used to customize the sales process for that specific lead, right? Most will ask, what's your budget? When are you looking to start? Have you worked with someone like us before? Instead, ask, what's driving your interest right now? What are your specific challenges? What solutions have you tried before? What's your timeline? And so when the sales rep is actually doing their job right, the lead hangs up thinking, wow, they really care about helping me. I'm actually excited to talk to them again. Versus it can be done incorrectly. The lead will hang up being like, hey, I feel kind of icky. They just wanted to sell me something. That felt pushy. That felt fake, right? Number three, manual outreach wins. So consider your own behavior here. It's super easy to ignore an automated email blast or generic text from some kind of a business number. But when you get a real message from someone's iPhone, something that's relevant and sounds personal, you're going to read it. That's the edge of manual outreach. It feels real. It's truly just another human talking to another. Automation can't replicate that. So, to do this, once you've generated a lead, within 2 minutes, send a short text from a real phone, ideally an iPhone. Again, you don't want to be sending from an SMS software. You say something like this script: Hey, Mr. Lead, your name here with whatever your company is. Saw you just filled out our form about your offer. I have two things I can send you that I think will help you a ton. I've got asset one and I've got asset two. Let me know which one of these you like and whether you'd want it sent here via text or email. By the way, I'm the guy you're talking to at insert your call time. I'm excited to connect. This helps add a human element to your company. You immediately stand out as different because you're adding a layer of human touch and personalization not yet possible by AI. This shows that the customer is more than just a number and will help tremendously in building trust. This approach works because it's personal and human. It gives instant value. It lets them choose. It sets you as their person and it builds excitement before the call. Now, your goal in all of this is to move people up the interest spectrum by giving them exactly what they need right now. So, if they're just low level curious, just share some short educational content, some case studies, some FAQ videos. If it's more general interest, you'll send practical tools. For an example, like an ROI calculator, you can send them a checklist or some kind of a comparison guide. If it's high interest, there's higher intent. You want to give them detailed process info, timelines, pricing breakdowns. And so each message should move them up the interest spectrum, one step closer to conviction and ultimately taking action. Number four, speed kills or saves deals. Now, this is what happens most of the time. A lead will come in, they'll start curious. If you don't capture their attention fast, it fades away. They're interested now, not tomorrow. And so if you just wait or you only rely on automation, you're going to lose them. Here's the rule: Simply just respond fast. Within 5 minutes, send that personalized text, follow up with an email, share a useful asset that fits their situation. Don't just confirm the call, but build some anticipation for it. Every single step of the sales process, you need to be selling that next step. So they need to understand that they're going to be getting some value from that next step. And your goal before the call even happens is to warm them up so it feels personal and not just transactional. Number 5, add value with follow up. Most reps have terrible follow up. They either get lazy or self centered. Bad follow ups might sound like, hey, just following up on my last message, just following up. Want to jump on a quick call together? Hey, you got 15 minutes today? Haven't heard from you. Are you still interested? That's selfish, and it's really about you, not them. And so, this is why most salespeople give up. They simply run out of creative, valuable follow up, and then they generally revert to selfish, one sided follow up or just giving up on the lead completely. Instead, lead with value. Show them something that makes their life easier or solves a problem before asking for time. People don't want to be pitched, they want to be educated. And so they want to see a better and a faster way to actually reach their goal. So once they're interested, try asking for permission. Something like, would you be open to seeing how our clients are achieving X outcome? Then offer the call as a next step. Along the way, you'll use micro commitments to close that gap. And so before sending your calendar, say, hey, great, I'll send my link over. Sound good? That extra yes gets them to make that additional commitment and pushes them through to follow through. When you apply these 5 principles around interest, your tone, manual outreach, speed, and value, your leads stop ghosting and start showing up. Sales is a conviction transfer. If you stay interested, confident, and consistent, your leads will match your energy and deals will follow. That's it for this video. I hope you found some value in it. I'll see you in the next one.